All right, so if you're looking to boost your digestion and decrease inflammation, you're going to need the ginger shot. Now, the ginger shot is going to be really helpful because it has anti-inflammatory properties. So when it comes to ginger, that means less pain, less inflammation, less joint issues, better digestion. That means less bloating, all of those things. I would also say that it really does help if you have a lot of sensitivity. Sometimes you eat food that's not working for you. Possibly you had a little too much on Mother's Day, gluten, dairy, things that don't work for you. You're starting to get backed up or you're having this explosive diarrhea. I know it's TMI, but that's probably what you're going through. This is going to be super. So the ginger is going to come in and decrease inflammation. It also has turmeric. Why you want ginger and turmeric together is because it unlocks two different types of inflammation, right? So it's going to decrease inflammation, decrease pain. That's really helpful. Also black pepper. I love that they put the ginger, turmeric, and black pepper together. I'm not saying anything negative about any other products, but if they only have ginger and turmeric and they don't add black pepper, you're going nowhere. Black pepper is what really like unlocks the turmeric, and that's really going to decrease the pain. So you've got all of that in there. Also pineapple, which has bromelain. Bromelain is really helpful for decreasing inflammation, specifically when it comes to sinuses, decrease sinus pain. You have a lot of sinus infections. You deal with a lot of allergies and things are always moving or getting clogged. This is going to be super helpful, right? So you've got that plus the vitamin C, which is going to boost your immune system. On the other hand, we have the chlorophyll. Now, why I like to kind of use these close to each other, right? If you're already dealing with inflammation, right, you need to decrease inflammation. So you've got your ginger root. Chlorophyll is a binder. So here's the deal. When you decrease inflammation and you start to move all those toxins, you essentially need a binder. Yes, chlorophyll is really helpful because everyone's like, I don't wear deodorant, I use chlorophyll. Yes, you can drink chlorophyll and it is a natural deodorizer. So for example, I don't wear deodorant because I'm always detoxing. No, I don't smell. I have internal deodorant, right? So that's chlorophyll, that's oregano. If I keep the bacteria low, I mean, not to turn this into a science lesson, but if you have a lot of body odor, it's because you have a lot of bacteria. I don't have that issue because I'm decreasing inflammation. I have gut health. Chlorophyll is going to come in as a binder. So if you're dealing with things and you have like SIBO, you have a lot of heavy metals, you're doing a detoxification. For example, when you do that at like say 8 a.m. or 10 a.m., 2 hours later, you need to bring in a binder. Chlorophyll is a binder. It's going to cut back on bacterial overgrowth. It's going to help with balancing your gut. So for me personally, if I have sensitivities, if I have gluten like I had yesterday and I'm feeling a little more puffy today, I'm going to drink the ginger shot, right? That's what I'm going to do. And then about 45 minutes to an hour later, I'm going to bring in the chlorophyll to really bind up any toxins. Not necessarily concerned about the natural deodorizer, but chlorophyll is a binder. So if you're dealing with pain, you're dealing with inflammation, you definitely want to check these out. Now you can combine them, but I would say as far as like supplements, you probably want to do the digestion and immunity, get that in your system, and then 2 hours later, yes, it says natural detoxification, but the reason that it does that is because it's a binder. It is going to help with gut, inflammation. It's going to decrease bacteria and just kind of balance your gut. So if you're looking for any of those benefits, you definitely want to check this out.